live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while since I played this game, and as you can tell, I'm feeling a little under the weather. Not too terribly much, but I'm definitely kind of feeling a little under the weather. Just lethargic, I guess you could say. It's almost like having the flu in some ways. So let's fix this bit, and then welcome to the stream. We're going to be playing some Oxygen Not Included. I haven't played this in a little bit, so I figured, you know what, we'll do a chill stream. Later on, we'll probably be playing Raft again with Wyatt and Brawley, but just for now, I think I'm going to play a little bit of Oxygen Not Included. Kind of shoot the crap with everyone. Just, yeah, I guess just really talk. So first thing I have to do is pick our asteroid, and I think I'll play on the Badlands today. I do like it. I want a decent 5, 6. Large glaciers kind of makes Badlands a little too easy. Geoactive. That can actually be really fun because it could completely screw me over. So I'm going to go with that. We'll go with the small boulders and geoactive, and hopefully loading it up, it won't be too bad. I'm going to go with 3 duplicates, though, who have +7 to all to specific stats, and just go from there. So feel free to how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. It's Friday after all, so everybody should be doing it. I cannot wait for next week. Next week we will have next week we actually can start getting haircuts again, which is really good. I hate having hair like this. I despise it. I've always hated it because I just really, ever since the military, definitely I've not liked. You know what? I like branching them out. Researching and operating is perfect. So let's go with digging. I want to get digging and not farming. Digging and building. I want like getting a digger and a builder in some playing. But yeah, it's been a. Oof. I woke up, you know, a bit late. Not feeling. I didn't even want to get out of bed. That's what it was really like. Building, farming, decrease calories, so that could actually do some damage. But we'll keep him. He's got farming, building, so we can actually put him on a farm if we decide to do a bit of farming, and we may actually decide to do that. And then ranching. Try and get. I don't want decreased athletic. We don't want anemic. Ranching +7. Good. Ranching, operating, decorating. Decreased science, we don't want. Ranching, researching. Oh. Ranching, digging, supplying. Don't want to give him. Ranching, suit. Athletics is actually pretty good. Okay, so we need some names now. We're gonna, let's see. This will be Jay-Sean Lemoine. Who's this? Liam. You know what? You're gonna be you. I need a name for Ada here. I don't know what to name her. Name her. I got it. Fatty Catty's wife. And then we need a name for the colony. The Lamentable Beyond will work with that. All right, so let's get into the game. Sick. We got water like right there. I like that. I like that. All right, so let's start getting everything taken care of. Seven. Then we will continue. Ooh, that's obsidian. bad. That's actually really bad. Alright, so what I have to do essentially is I have to work on I can't even get through there, dang it. So I have to set up plumbing. I don't actually have to have beds just yet. But no, I usually like to have it. I usually like to have the beds ready. Oh wow, we got the water like right there. So what do we have around us? Oh, we are surrounded by the caustic biome. That's actually bad actually. Alright, so that 4. Normally I don't like to everything in, but so we can start doing that, and I can. The real problem is that if I like to kind of like make my base just one like big block, but it looks like I'm not gonna be able to do that easily, which is a problem. Actually, something I learned about oxalite is oxalite, even if you if I were to take this oxalite and I were to cut it up, if I were to take the oxalite and I were to cut into it, I would actually not lose any of the oxygen production, because what oxalite does is it won't be as large, but what it will do is it will actually still produce the same amount of oxygen, just at a half the rate. So you actually don't lose anything by doing that, which is really good. So I think the main room have 16 duplicants, and that'll be kind of like where I put the people who will stay in the area, because I'm probably gonna have to branch out. Maybe. I mean, I can't cut into out here. I won't say that I'm fully trapped in here, because I'm not. I'm actually not. It actually really quickly. And Jay Sean is my digger, so. But anyways, not completely cut in, but any place that I'm gonna cut out to, looks like it's gonna have some gases come in, and I really do not want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to. So. We do this, and we do it over here as well. And again, I don't have to worry too much about the all my mods are going. I don't know what it is, but for some reason some of the mods just don't work properly, and oh, I need metal. I need metal, that's why. Why? That's why. So what I think I will do, I think what I'll do is I'll put some beds in here. 3. Yeah, it's been kind of a fun few days. Again, I hate crap. I nothing much you can do when you're sick. Can't do anything. Some metal, so I will. Really? All of a sudden, I did not have metal. I guess that's going somewhere. I don't know. metal, 334 kilograms. So and I can stop that. Put the research station up here. 334. Big wire. And go like that. By doing it that way, I will have it's up by cycle 3, and I can start my research. It's kind of a big thing for me. Oh, we have a lot of metal now. A bit of metal, okay. Oh, now they've got bedrooms, so it's good to go. They won't have sore backs when they wake up. That's good. It's good. Anyway, yeah, I ended up doing a video on the H3H3. What's going on with them, and got a little bit of backlash. Got a little bit of backlash. People don't like. People aren't exactly happy when. So let's find out what this is. So it is a gold volcano. That'll be a 1. We want to brick that in. Actually, a gold volcano, really good. That means we'll get some gold amalgam out of it when it cools. So we don't really get gold on this map. So it's actually construction. There we go. Give me one sec. So even though we are going to get research going, okay, so we got basic farming, meal prep, employment. It's about right, actually. Digging has to happen. I'm actually going to cut into there. There. Harvest. We'll harvest that stuff. Because that's still food. That's still a little bit of food, which we need. We do need food. Is he our researcher? No, he's not. Daddy Caddy's wife is the researcher. I knew I picked her for a reason. But anyways, the mealwood takes like 12 to 18 cycles. I can't remember. And it will... first, let's see what we got. We got salt water. No thanks. Cooking, researching, and so no. Them. I'm not a fan of them. I like Rowan's. I like Rowan's dancing. He's got some chutzpah, but stats were not that good. Stats were not that good. So, oxalate is still not out, so we are completely providing oxygen. We're fine. We're fine for now. A little bit of carbon dioxide up there. What I need to do though. I need to pull that. Actually going to cut through here for the for heading downward. 1, 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll come down here. Oh, we gotta. I think this is going to be a chlorine vent. Okay, another volcano. We do not want that. Do not want that. So what I'll do is I'll cut down here. It kind of sucks that I have like no room. Like I legitimately have like no room in here, like in this main area, because I'm surrounded by the caustic biome. That'll be useful later on, but for right now, it's really not very helpful for me. I'm telling you, coffee makes Makes everything better. I figured out, I'm so excited about this. I actually figured out how to take coffee and make iced coffee with a Keurig. It's just a slow pour. I figured it out. I found out, and I'm telling you right now, it's pretty much the best thing that's happened to me for a while. Okay, so it looks like the oxalate up here has gone away. We're starting to lose the, you know, might put it up here. That goes right there. Some wiring over to here. And if I can get somebody who can do, actually turbo it right now because we are waiting on that. Oh, there we go. All right, we got sufficient oxygen generation. All right, so let's choose a blueprint. Ranching and cooking. Ooh. Camille, I like you. Ranching and cooking, really good because we can always use a second rancher, but she's also going to be able to cook everything that we make. So we're going with that. We're going to go with that. So we need a name for Camille. You know, it's going to be Books. We're going to name her Books. Congratulations, and we will. That stuff is taken care of. Skills, which is good because we actually need to get ranching going sooner rather than later. It's good. That's good. That's good. I like it. I like it. But doing a lot more streaming. I'm trying to. My problem over the last couple of years is that I have constantly said I am going to. I'm going to work on providing more content. The problem for me is that I just haven't. It's been a combination of me just being lazy, and I really should make my schedules. Since Pickle has that, so we will set this as our early birds, night owls, make work be 5. We put it there. And the idea here is going to be that we make books, and this will be normies 1. And I like to give 2 sleep schedules because they're going to stay in this game. They will stay in bed until they have fully rested. So Bucks, I need you to do stuff. Let's see. Okay, so they can't go through there, which is fine. But I can start working on this. I think it's going to come out to about here. I think that's where I will put that. And then that might be 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, no, I should be able to. It has to be up here. So yeah, I can do that. Okay, good. So anyways, what I want to do is I want to do more content and really work on this because the past couple of months I've had the quarantine. I had no reason not to be working on my channel and whatnot, and I just didn't. I can make whatever excuse I want for it. I just decided not to. And I missed an opportunity for whatever reason. It doesn't really matter what the reason is. I missed the opportunity to really work on it. And I just didn't. My problem is that at heart, like, at heart, I am a lazy person, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of self-control to really get me going. We're all lazy in our own way. Everybody is. Everybody is, relatively speaking, some type of lazy. That's just how it is. And it's not a bad thing. It's not. I'm actually gonna try 9. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not. But it does. It impacts you. It does impact you. And when you decide to do something like this and you don't take the opportunities presented to you, it will affect you. I really did want, for the longest time, I wanted to do YouTube. I love my games. I love stuff like this. And I wanted to bring my love of games to, to other people. And, I was a writer for Massively. I did reviews, stuff like that. And I just, I can make up whatever excuse I want. I just decided not to do it. I decided not to do it. And that's on me, right? That's on me. So, over the past couple of, over the last week, really, but over the last couple of days, I've been streaming. Brawley and Wyatt, we've been playing Raft. I've streamed a little bit of Path of Exile a couple of days ago. I'm trying to get myself into that mindset of actually doing it. And it's not exactly... Oh, I should... I meant to set up cots right there. So... set those as Pry 9. I've handicapped myself, and I recognize that. I recognize that I am the reason for, for my channel being the way it is. And I have nobody but myself to blame for that, right? So I can't blame anybody but myself, and I wouldn't. So that's what I want to do, and I don't want to. I think I've made this very clear. I was saying this yesterday on the stream with Raft, where they were kind of going into the more political stuff. Is this channel is not supposed to be political? This is not a political channel. This is for gaming. The other channel, the Spectre Report channel, that's for the more political and IRL stuff. And I'm trying to keep it out, but you can't. Hold on. Sorry, something. So one of the things that's happened, and I have no problems talking about this because I did a video on it, is the H3H3 Keemstar debate, and it deals with YouTube, so I don't feel like I am doing anything wrong by talking about this. It's something that needs to be talked about. The H3H3 Keemstar debate right now is kind of it's interesting, and it's interesting because of what's going on, what's being said, etc. Stuff like that. And what's going on is, it's an absolute crap show. It is. It's an absolute crap show, and kind of the things that are being said right now, it's interesting to watch. It's interesting to watch because we're watching essentially the exact same things happen right now from H3H3, and I didn't put this together at the time, but oh crap, research stations. We want to get a supercomputer up, and we want to to it. What H3 is doing right now is saying, oh, no. That needs to be done like right now. Right now. Because he is about to freaking die. Oh, he didn't suffocate. Excellent. Excellent. Anyways, what we're seeing right now is kind of the response from H3 is exactly the response that we saw from Sargon and his fans, in that they claim, you know, when a couple of years ago they were making the claim that Jim Medeker, Mr. Medeker, is a pedophile, and like that was the very clear, you know, that was very clearly was being said, and nobody was under any illusion to that, right? Nobody in any way, shape, or form was, you know, everybody knew that's what was being said, and the response from Sargon and his fans was, "Well, I never said that. I never said that." He did, but they tried to make it sound like, "Oh, that's not what actually happened. What actually happened was this." Everybody knew exactly what had happened. Everybody knew, and you know, it became kind of a source of contention because people became really tired, I would say, really tired of the BS that was going on. And that's exactly what we're kind of seeing right now with, you know, with the H3 thing. Because H3, Ethan Klein came out and said, you know, it's kind of weird that, you know, Etika had this, you know, Etika during his interview basically said that the world is a simulation, and the response to show how stupid such a position is, the response from Keemstar was, well, what's the point of living then? Why not just jump off a cliff? And Ethan decided to use that and say, oh, here's Keemstar saying that Etika should kill himself or jump off a cliff, and it's weird, you know, a couple of months later, he jumps off a bridge to his death. And it was one of those things where you go, okay, what the hell? And then Keemstar shows the context. You go, okay, what the hell? What are you doing, Ethan? And that's exactly what ends up happening. But again, it's, you know, Perception Check just said this in Nick Ricada's Discord, that's exactly what Sargon and his fans were doing. And I didn't even think of that. I did not. I legitimately completely forgot about that. That was their excuse as to why what was being said wasn't, you know, wasn't as bad or whatever you want to call it. My honest opinion, it's duplicitous, and it's a lie. It's a straight up lie by Ethan and his fans. Nobody is under any impression that it's anything other than that. So, you know, it's one of those things. No matter what, it's going to be like that. Fine if it's going to be like that. But don't be surprised when the response from people is screw you, right? Don't be surprised. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Is he's getting some backlash, and his followers are trying to protect him, right? They're trying to defend his honor, if you want to call it that, or whatever. My honest opinion. My honest opinion. I am not part of the Pentagon. No, I am not Spirit. I am not part of the Pentagon. But anyways, I know exactly where this is going, Spirit. So don't even ask, because I've covered this multiple times already. And quite frankly, I put it to bed 2 years ago, and it's just not going to be covered again. I put this to bed 2 years ago on Cog's show. Not going over it again. Especially not from you. I'm just going to say that right now, Spirit. I'm not going to take it from you, definitely. anyways, the decisions, you know, by Ethan to go after Keem the way he is really shows kind of the duplicitous nature of how he's operating, and how there's a lot of cope coming from H3H3's position in there and whatnot. As much as you might enjoy the drama, you also have to keep in mind that such things serve a purpose, and that's really, right now for Ethan, that is to get rid of somebody's livelihood that he's had problems with. He's had problems with Keem in the past, and that's exactly what this is right now. It is him trying to reassert, I guess you could say, his I don't want to say dominance, but that's kind of what it is. He's never really, I don't like any of them. He's never really gotten over that Keem didn't die right away back in what, 2016 or something like that. So it's one of those things. It's like it's definitely one of those things where the entire thing looks like it's just a I meant to make this a low latency stream too, so I could respond more in real time. The fact that I haven't, in fact I didn't. Again, I really don't like the new operating at. There we go. So it's basically, you didn't die when I told you to, so you know, screw you kind of thing. That's what's going on with Ethan right now. And the Keemstar thing, you know, Keemstar's response has, in my opinion, been quite measured. In my opinion, he actually did not go scorched earth like people expected him to. A lot of people expected him to just go full on scorched earth. Screw you, Ethan. You want to play your game? That's fine. We'll play. And he didn't. And I have to give him credit where credit is due. You know, I'm not saying that I am the biggest fan of Keem. I most certainly am not. But again, credit where it is due. Credit where it's due. And I think everybody should be giving Keem credit where it's due, and I think this is where it is 100% due. I'm telling you, being sick is not fun. I don't even know what it is. Like I thought it might have been allergies to begin with, but I'm not convinced at this point. So, not exactly fun. Not the coof though. I know it's not the coof because I haven't died. So we'll cut into here. Cut through here. Buckroot, we got some mush bar coming along. As long as we got food going, we'll be fine. Food is really the big thing right now because I think we have 3,500 kilograms of algae, which is fine for a couple of days at least. And we're gonna cut through more algae here. So I already ate that. Yeah, I will say this though, game Spirit. I understand where you're coming from. I have been told that Sen apparently decided to run a. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. We need more water. I have been told that Sen decided to do the whole. Oh, this is what you said on the Ralph Retort 2. 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago. Something that I covered and corrected on Twitter, a day or two later, because the way it was worded, I could understand where it came from, where the disconnect was, and I corrected it, and most people were like, oh, okay, that actually makes sense. But aside from a couple of individuals who kind of use that as a gotcha just to laugh, people who actually listen understand what was said and what was intended. It doesn't mean that I get a pass for the misspeaking or whatever you want to call it, but it's hey, I misspoke. I misspeak a lot. If I'm not scripted, I pretty much can. But 2 years ago, Zoom tried to pull a gotcha, tried to confront me, and I responded to everything, answered everything, and at the end of it, I did it on Cognitive Thoughts show, and even to this day, Cog says I don't think he's stolen valor, and he thinks I exaggerated, but even he says, he said once or twice, I can understand what he meant when he explains it. So the reason I don't respond anymore to that accusation or that line of questioning is because it's already been put to bed. And just to give you an idea, I've been looked into by Stolen Valor, the website. I've been looked into by the VA clinic I volunteer at, and the 2 charities that I have worked with. So a guy who admitted that he had nothing on me to begin with until I put out some information, take that as you will, and Sen trying to play a gotcha. Apparently, as I said, I haven't watched it, even though I had people in my DM saying, hey, you need to respond to this. Are you going to respond? That stuff. No, I'm not going to respond because it's been put to bed, and Sen is a shit-flinging idiot. He's trying to do his little thing. He was happy Vic lost. He was very happy to see Vic lost. And then he didn't understand, it's really what it was. Him and Mad Black were very happy to see Vic lose. Let's make that very clear. They were both happy to see Vic lose. I think Sen was more or less parroting the position Mad Black had. I think it was definitely more of parroting what Mad Black was saying. It was definitely parroting that, I think. But yeah, now that Nick wanted nothing to do with him, or Nick refused to bring him on the show, he's kind of starting stuff up with everybody else, and he's kind of latching on to stuff. He's pulling, the guy who nobody knows. He's basically doing what that guy does, where he takes things out of context, or he intentionally misrepresents what's going on in order to push a narrative. That's what's going on. Never works for people. I'm just going to say that right now. When you decide to do something like that, it just never works for people. And if you want to lie about people, that's fine. You want to intentionally lie. Let's make that very clear. Intentionally lie, it generally speaking does not work. I've been accused to lie about JMK and whatnot. No, I didn't. I passed on information I had. Only thing I messed up on was how I presented it publicly. And I've said that multiple times. At the end of the day, we all screw up. We all make mistakes. We all make big mistakes too. It's how you respond to them and how you deal with them that determines what kind of a person you are. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, not by a long shot. I most certainly am not perfect, but it could be a lot worse in many ways. But yeah, that is legitimately the last time I'm going to talk about that topic. So I hope that answers your question, and if it doesn't, I don't know what to say. I don't. I would tell you to go see my my tweet on the subject, but that account has been exterminated by an individual who is very upset that I spoke against her, and her boyfriend apparently works on the Trust and Safety Council. So it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. This is coming along. We got a bit of food coming through Bush Bars. What we really need to do is start getting the ranching going. We need to do that. Throw that on. Get sanitation. We will get the ranching then, and then agriculture, and then we will do temperature modulation and go from that. And that should give us the basics for what we need in order to start producing food in better quantities. Again, the big issue for this starting biome is just how right here will be the last kind of bedrooms. So we'll have 16 in the main area, and I think I'm going to try and keep this I mean, I could probably get away with 32 in here. That's what I'll do. Okay. Yeah, you got any more questions, Spirit? Feel free to ask. Just, you know, don't that's the point of a chill stream is, you know, people ask questions and generally speaking, I will answer. We need more algae soon enough. It's we need more metal. This is the problem with Badlands, is that Badlands has refined metal. It has refined iron, and you can see that right here. See iron right here. That's what this is, because you also have over here, you have iron ore, and you have refined iron over here. So it really helps out with the you know, kind of the early and mid game hump, because that's one less thing that you have to smelt in order to start getting the steel that you need for later on. So useful. I have small boulders and okay. See, do we have any more? Seeing any more vents? I'm not seeing any more geysers. You were still at four duplicates, but at the same time, that was kind of my decision. So, do I want to copper, but I'm not seeing any, so we might have to come over here, grab this. I want to tear into that though. Oh, that's copper ore. Okay. Live with that. You live with that. That's copper ore. That'll actually get me what I need in order to make the mesh tiles I want right here. Because the mesh tiles make it so that water doesn't pool up there like that. So I like to do that. We have plenty of water for the most part. Right now we have plenty of water. question is how I think I'm going to make right here is going to be like the main power for the base, and I'm not going to attach to the power grid this stuff. This stuff will be this, so I'm not going to attach the power grid like this. So, ooh, we got a duplicate. And nobody I like. 100 kilograms of oxalate isn't going to change anything. It's really not. Really not going to change a dang thing. To researching. Should be getting ranching soon. Oh, you're going to be ranching soon, books. I like that. Free. That. And then this will have to be 96. That's 96. That'll give you an idea of where stuff has to go. To move one over. Airflow tile. I need more metal. I'm going to need more metal, unfortunately. So we'll put the storage bin up here. Where's distillation going? Seriously, why is distillation going? It shouldn't have been. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We got a bit of food. Got a bit of food right now, so we got 2 days of food right now, so we're fine. We're fine. I would not mind getting some more skills for what's it called? Digging. You know what? I'm gonna speed it up to turbo. Take a look around. That's copper ore, so I'm going to dig into that. I think what I will do that and dig out all this algae because we need it for oxygen production. Kill books, you now have ranching. Excellent. Her ranching. Hey, Sean. Are still not period. It doesn't need anything more. It's still not. I was actually thinking of making a new character, Path of Exile, and I could switch over to that. I might. I don't know. I might do that. I'm thinking of playing a oh. I mean, I guess. Kind of weird, but okay. Really? Get another digger? That's what I want. I want another digger. Nope, no digger there. I don't want to grab that Murph leaf. As much as I do not want to deal with the food requirements, I kind of need a second digger because, as you can see, definitely seeing a the digging is just not happening because there's so little. Right? So I'm going to set this as priority 9. Set this. Now what this is going to do is it's going to make the what it's going to do is it's going to make the stable that we need in order to start putting together our food production, because our main source of food right now is going to be hatches. Hatches provide quite a bit of food, eggs and meats, and that's really what we want right now. So we're gonna focus on doing that. Actually, I cancel that because I don't want to risk them climbing up here and getting stuck in here after I put the, you know. I mean, he's not going to be able to cut through the obsidian right away because I need super duper hard digging, and that's only going to give me super hard digging, which I don't even remember what that will allow me to cut through. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I know I can get through granite. Problem, but problem isn't the granite. The problem is all this obsidian, because you see it everywhere. It's literally everywhere. So turbo, there we go. All right, food. Let's get let's get the critter drop off right there. Get 2 critter feeders right here. We'll get the station, grooming station up. And we will, as priority 9. This, I wish I don't get sedimentary rock on here, so we are going to be stuck doing igneous rock, unfortunately. Not that that's, or sandstone rather, we can do sandstone. And sandstone rock we actually have in tons. About that. But the igneous rock is very specifically for... I'm going to take the food because I don't want to. The igneous rock is specifically for your stone hatches. They are going to be doing... that's what you want to transition to. You want to transition from normal hatches over to stone hatches. So critter, hatch... 1.5 hatches per duplicate on normal with 8. So once we get all this together, we'll be good to go. We will lock this in. We will have a complete stable. Skills. Jay-Sean, you can do super hard. Take it. And again, the problem is all of this obsidian. Can't do anything about this. So cancel that stuff. I think what I'll do actually is we'll come down to here. That way. And this is where we'll put all the piss water. That's where we will put this, and then we can start looking into making you know, we can start making some bathrooms, like proper bathrooms, because they need them. Eventually this polluted water will kill everybody, but it won't be fun. Agriculture, so we'll do smelting next. After that, we will do improve plumbing. We'll finish that off, and then low resistant conductors, sound amplifiers, and fossil fuels, and that will take us to the relatively, it won't take us to the mid game, but it will take us actually set, that's 39. We'll set this as priority 9 as well, and they should focus on that. Hatch, sandstone settings, and then we will want to slide. to capture, which is N. To see, that's the problem, is that this needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, these guys, yeah, they just hop over that. They're suffocating. Oh my god. How do we have no oxygen? How do we have no oxygen? We have algae. Oh my god, we have like no oxygen. Holy Christ. Someone needs to put some algae in there. There we go. I didn't even realize that there was no oxygen being produced. Whoops. Now we got a backup of carbon dioxide now, which is not good. It's not good. Pickle, you can now ranch. Congratulations. We have 2 ranchers. I would prefer to have another digger now, because digging is going to be a pretty important thing for us. Hopefully this oxygen will start producing, taking care of the issue. What I really need to do though is I need to really need to do is start looking at plenty of granite right now. A lot of granite. I think we have like 60 tons of it, so we got plenty. So fill these up completely. This is part of the problem, is that when you don't have people dedicated to like supplying and storing and whatnot, this stuff can be overlooked, and you just don't want that. So on the plus side though, you know, we got all that stuff going in there, so lots of sandstone. Lots of sandstone. And we got plenty more to start carving out too, so the only thing that's really going to suck is this chlorine. I hate letting chlorine into the base, but there's not much I can do. Oh, god dang it. At least that's filled, so it's a bit annoying that they don't use the bathroom right away. Like if they need to go to the bathroom, they don't sometimes. You know what? I don't want him. So we're gonna take care of this. We are gonna take care of this, and I kind of wanna try and I don't want to. Basically, it's just going to be trying to cut off the them going through the water, because their stress increases if they get sopping wet. Rather, just to give you an idea, sopping wet. He's got soggy feet. He's got sopping wet, and you can just see the stress just skyrocketing. So he's going to hit like 10% off of that. Set this priority 9. Somebody was starving, so in that Oh, come on. Are you serious? Put those as... Here we go. Here we go. I didn't want them to get trapped in there. I want to be able to farm them because, you know, they're food. Hatches are food, not friends. Squeaky puffed over here. Non-aggressive creatures that excrete lumps of bleach stone, which means I want to murder him. Bleach stone, as a byproduct, produces chlorine, and you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with it. This is part of the problem with bleach stone, is that it's just over here. It's over there. We got more water right here. Like that. I like that. Temperature, is it? Nope, nope. It's not. Okay, so I thought we might actually have like a water geyser or steam geyser or something. I don't think we do. So, hey guys, I'm gonna need you to provide power. Problem with batteries is that they just looking at want to play for my next character on Path of Exile. I might just do a whole fireball build. I do like playing it. Well, fireball is pretty fun. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty fun, but question is, do I want to play Chieftain? That can actually do quite a bit of damage. Trickster can also do a bit of damage, but it's I might do Trickster. They actually have a chess piece that I might want to play. Like a 3x chess piece. It's 6 link. It's got life. It's got energy shield. Not really. I may not want to. Good for hybrid, but very clearly is not intended for. That's ready to be harvested. Down to 1 day of food. 7 digging. Really don't want to bring. I don't like. Oh, we're gonna bring Travaldo in, and this will be Daddy Caddy. Welcome to the party. Okay, you digging. Priority is you get digging. You have building. Oh, hey. There we go. Alright, so we got 5 people now. And then schedule, we'll put Fatty Caddy with his wife. I don't like putting all the builders into one schedule, but not much else that can be done, really. Not much you can do, really. Current bit rate is lower than the rest. It's that bad. I'm starting to see some issues with the streaming, apparently. Starting to see some issues with the stream. And and no metal. Again, we got no metal, no copper, which really makes it a bit difficult to do anything. Metal 100 of 312. Okay. We have enough to take care of this stuff. What the heck is... Oh, that's iron. It's just a weird, like that. It was weird. It was weird. That was weird. That's phosphorite. And again, this is the go here and we go to metal. You can see the iron, you can see iron ore. There's some copper down here, but generally speaking, there's not a lot of copper here. Okay, I'm gonna cut the stream. I don't want to, but for some reason, the stream quality appears to be going down. It's not because of me, don't get me wrong. I do low quality streams sometimes, but this one is not on me. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to look into it. It might be Verizon messing up something because I didn't have this problem before. I'm going to save, and I hope you guys will tune in later when we play Raft. I should be a bit more animated, hopefully. Maybe it's just I'm not waking up as fast as I can be. I do feel like a little bit of crap, but nothing major. So I hope you guys will tune in then, but enjoy the rest of your day. I'm probably going to be doing a video and recording it. So I hope you have the rest of the day. I hope it's a really good day. Thanks for tuning in. I am Spectre.